What's going on, everybody? It's your girl, Miss Mo. Welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for joining me. Shout out to all of my motivators out there. If this is your first time, welcome. And thank you so much for stopping by to see what your girl is talking about. If you want to become a motivator, all you have to do is hit the subscribe button, hit the bell icon so you will get notified every time I upload a brand new video. And don't forget to hit the like button, of course. Now, this show is going to be about a gentleman named Kevin Samuels. He is on YouTube, he's on Facebook, and he's on Instagram. If you want to stick around and see what I have to say about Mr. Kevin Samuels, please keep on watching. Okay, like I said, this show is going to be about Mr. Kevin Samuels. As of more recently, he has become a very controversial person in the manner of speaking about relationships, and specifically more towards Black women. And you know, he has a whole bunch to say. Now, he has a lot of valid points, but let me back up. Let me tell you a little bit about Mr. Kevin Samuels. Like I said, he's on YouTube, he's on Facebook, he has his own, group on Facebook. He is on Instagram, and he goes, live like almost every night. He has a, big number of subscribers and followers and all that sort of good stuff. And he comes from corporate America, sales, stuff like that. He went to college for engineering. He has been married, but when it comes to Black women and relationships and the way Black women are, as far as what we have to offer, what we choose to offer, and certain things like that when it comes to relationships with our own Black men, he has a lot to say. I'm not gonna sit here and say that I agree with with everything that Mr. Kevin Samuels has to say. However, he does bring up a lot of valid points about our Black women. So let me pull out the notes because you might not really appreciate his approach, the way he is, getting his message out there, but he comes across to you the way you come across to him. I have watched several of his, YouTube uploads, and I watched one of the most recent ones. Now, when he goes live on YouTube, sometimes can be shorter than other times. I watched one that was like 2 hours and some change. It's like, oh my God, I had to watch it in increments. I couldn't sit for a whole 2 hours, to watch that. A lot of interesting things he has to say and what his beliefs are. He does have a lot of data to back up what he is saying, data and facts and, percentages and all of that. So whenever he is talking about numbers and data and percentages of this race and that race and all that stuff, look it up. Look it up, because he definitely does his research. He has done interviews, talking to men, Black men, in regards to, what's going on, how they feel about what's going on with Black women and, relationships, why some Black women will not give them the time of day. But hold on, let me back up. I'm just getting ahead of myself. Hopefully this video doesn't go like a long time. However, You will be the star of the show if you watch till the end. I would appreciate it if you watch to the end. Don't forget, hit the like button as well. So his last upload, he was talking about, are Black women out of order? Now, if you follow Iyanla Vanzant, everybody should know who she is. You know, she had her show, Iyanla Saved My Life. Yeah, so you've had a number of celebrities on that show. This is going to be her last season as well. At the end of spring, that show will be done on the OWN network. A few years ago, maybe 6, 7, 8 years ago, even on her show, she said Black women are out of order, and she still feels the same way. Black women are out of order. Now, do you think women are out of order? Everything that I am saying in this show is geared towards Black women, not all races, Black women. I am a Black woman. I have seen things, I have heard things within my race as far as our women. Yes, he believes that Black women are out of order, and a lot of our Black men feel the same way. There are certain reasons why. And he also asked the question, okay, who is mentoring? What older women are mentoring these younger women and these young ladies and these, young adult women? Who's mentoring these women? Not too many people. Not too many people, because that comes with, doing our part. What are we doing? What am I doing? You know what I mean? That comes with, responsibility as far as being older, being wiser, hopefully. What are you doing with your wisdom? Are you trying to mentor and teach the up and coming young women, of our community? Now, you should ask yourself that. So, Iyanla says that, we should keep our legs closed. Now, you can take that however way you want to take it. To me, it's self-explanatory. But getting back to Kevin Samuels, he thinks and he feels that Black women are out of order. And I'm going to tell you just a few. I'm going to touch on a few things as to the reasons why he thinks Black women are out of order. Yes. Keep your legs closed. Why are you opening up shop for every Tom, Dick, and Harry that comes along? Yeah, no, that's not the way to be. My opinion, I agree with Iyanla and I agree with Kevin Samuels on that. And they didn't need to come along for me to believe in that. I've always believed in that. Keep your legs closed. That comes in with putting a lot of mileage on your body. As they say, the body count. And what else is it? Then you're going to be having kids out of wedlock and having all these different baby daddies and, all this stuff. No, that's always been, something with me. But anyways, and then, this platform here, social media is a tool. But what are we doing with it? What are we doing with it? Are we doing good? Are we doing bad? Are we doing on the fence? What are we doing with it? It's a tool. We should be using it for good. Social media is a beast in itself. There's a lot of stuff out there. We should be trying to educate, and it's not all about material stuff all the time. You know what I mean? Then we have, and I feel this way. He says, of course, and a lot of men that he has spoke to in the comments and every time he gets on, a lot of men, Black men, and now I'm talking about Black men in this discussion. Black men feel the same way as far as the way we speak, we cuss, the way we look, the way we dress, the way we act, and the way we dance. All of that comes into play. All of that comes into play. And I couldn't agree more. Yes, it's all a package. It's how you present yourself. It's, how you come across to people. Your attitude, how you look, your appearance, everything. Whatever this is putting out to people, that is the same type of man that you are going to attract. The same type. If you out here, you know, dropping it like it's hot, cussing up a storm, you know, got a truck driver mouth, as they say, twerking to high heaven, and that's a whole, I keep saying, that's a whole nother show. You know, can't nobody tell you nothing. You can't, people can't talk to you, specifically black men, you know. Now, all of this that I'm saying, a lot of black men have said to Kevin Samuels in the comments. And of course, a lot of black men are not going to just come out and say these types of things to us. They're not going to. Why? Because they can't tell you nothing. They can't talk to you. You always got something to say. You can't sit still. You can't be quiet. And you can't listen. I'm just saying. I agree. Now, I ain't gonna sit here and say I'm perfect. No. Ain't nobody on this earth perfect. However, you should be learning as you go along. You really should. Because when people can't talk to you, that's a problem. It is. That's a problem. Especially when you think you know everything. No. Okay, here's a good one. As I'm saying these things to you, this is what Kevin Samuels has put across. I'm just putting it in different words. I can't quote the man verbatim. However, the lack of willingness to be receptive and to work with our men. Now, being receptive, that means being open to listen, being open to learn, take in what is being, said to you, the ideas that are being brought to you, the working with your man, the listening, the meeting halfway, the compromising. You know what I mean? You can't think that you know everything all the time, and you can't go around here and can't nobody talk to you, especially your husband or your boyfriend or your significant other. You can't do it, because that's one, foundation of a good relationship, communication. You know what I mean? But you can't, act like you wear the pants in the family, which you don't. Come on, that's supposed to be the man. The man is the king, you are the queen. Right? Right. So that's another reason why black men, they feel that they can't do nothing with us. Next thing is, like I just said, unable to communicate. You know what I mean? You got to start somewhere. We have to communicate. We have to learn how to talk to each other. If you're feeling a certain type of way, tell me. You know what I mean? If I'm feeling a certain type of way, I have to tell you. However, it can't turn into an argument. It can't turn into, oh, well, you know what? I just cannot talk to her because it's her way or the highway. The conversations cannot be one-sided. I do, agree with Kevin Samuels when it comes to that. So yeah, women, okay. Like I said, I watched one of Kevin's last uploads, and he was, like I said, he was live, and people get to call in and be on, visibly be on his show. This one lady, black woman, called in. She was in the car with her husband. They were going on a road trip, so he was driving. So bottom line was, she says that she feels offended when she could be walking down the street, wherever, and a random black man will say, "Hey, smile, beautiful." But she's offended by that. She says something like, "Oh, you know what? she feels that it's a demand. You know what I mean? I don't know what is wrong with her. And I personally don't feel like that's a demand from a black man. You know, we are beautiful, meaning all women, first of all, are beautiful in their own ways. Black women are beautiful. When a black man says, smile, or, hey, beautiful, smile. Why would you feel offended? Now, I need you guys to comment. Would you feel offended if you were walking down the street and a black man says to you, hey, beautiful, smile, when you already know that you may have on the game face, that you may have on the straight face, that you may have something on your mind, you may be going through something, blah, blah, blah. I get it. We've all been there. However, if somebody says that to you, specifically a black man, or even a man for that matter, why would you feel offended? That means something's going on there. They're trying to help lighten your load. They're trying to help lighten your day for just a split second. And you mean to tell me you feel offended? Okay. Then, after he hung up with her, like 4 other women called in trying to comment on the same thing, which is so stupid to me. So stupid. Personally, I don't feel offended. If a gentleman is walking by, he says, hey, beautiful, smile. Or whatever. Because you know what the difference is between somebody saying that and in a pass, somebody trying to get at you. You know what the difference is. Oh yeah, that's the other thing she said. She felt like, you know, by entertaining, you know, smiling, that, you know, bottom line is the man may take that the wrong way or something like that. Like, you know, like you're trying to, you know, give him the time of day, or, you know, you're trying to entertain him or whatever. No, and no. I could be walking down the street right now. Random guy. Hey, how are you? Hey, beautiful. Whatever. Am I going to just walk by, put my nose up in the air and give him a dirty look? No, that's what's wrong with us now. And I know I'm going to lose some of y'all. But you know what? It is what it is. Yes, I am more than prepared to take the heat on this one, because no matter what you say, and I will leave Kevin Samuel's link in the description box below, and I will leave a couple of more links where he is concerned. He was on, you know, a couple of different shows, and one show he was on, he shut it down because it was, you know, 3 women and some guys on the sideline, but he shut it down. I'm getting all off on a tangent, which I probably did that a while back. But anyway, let's keep on going. So, you know, yeah, I thought that was very interesting. And, you know, bottom line is this. A man just wants peace. Can I get an amen from anybody? Can I get an amen? And you know what? To me, that goes all across the board. You know, it don't even, you don't even gotta put a color or a race on that. I think that's across the board. A man just wants peace. That's what it boils down to. When you're talking about a relationship, when you're talking about a marriage, whatever it is, man don't want to come home to know when, like the teacher Charlie Brown. Don't nobody want to come home to that. I know I don't, and I'm a woman. You know, a man wants to come home and know. He wants to know that he's coming home to his peace. That's all it is. You agree? You disagree? I want to know. Oh, here's a good one.